for Soto. He landed 24 out of 87, including having thrown 51 jabs among the 87 punches. Juarez only 11 out of 26. Soto is setting the pace and basically doubling Rocky in punch output, Emmanuel.
Yes, he is. He's really dictating the pace, and seemingly his confidence is growing as the fight moves on.
And he looks like the bigger man.
He's a very, very, very determined man.
Let's remember that Soto was a full-time sparring partner for a year for Eric Morales. So if he's not exactly awed by Rocky Juarez, maybe that's where it begins.
And if his official record tells the truth, he hasn't made the featherweight limit for 2 years prior to this fight. So he's functionally a 130-pound fighter, fighting Rocky here at 126. Although, of course, unofficially tonight, they're both well beyond the lightweight limit at 137 and 138.
Unless something happens to change my mind, it looks like this is one of those nights where you have a fighter like Soto where he's just totally determined and well prepared, and it's going to be very, very difficult to turn him around. His confidence is growing, and he's doing everything right at this stage right now.
Yeah, and although he took the fight on only 2.5-week notice, he had been in training for a fight that was scheduled for next week. So he is prepared to go a distance.
And his promotion of good guilty boxer has been really trying to develop a lot of fighters by having him fight regularly.
There's a left hook by Juarez in the middle of the action, and that left hook is the most effective left hook punch that Juarez has landed so far. Rocky starting to throw more, release his hands more, begins to trade jabs with Soto. But Soto continues to get off at a high rate of punch output.
Juarez said he would start to go to the body to chop down Soto if he found that he could take his punch.
Humbrto Soto has been very accurate in the first 3 rounds, and once again there he landed combinations to the head of Rocky Juarez.
Watch your head.
Big left hook by Soto.
Soto's a taller fighter, and he's fighting tall too. He's not losing his height by bending down like a lot of tall fighters are. Everything that Juarez does, he's got to leap up and lunge to do it.
Now Juarez begins to work the left hook repeatedly, bearing out that Joe Frazier comparison that Emmanuel Stewart gave you in round 1. September 14, it's another season of the award-winning Inside the NFL. Join Bob Costas, Chris Collinsworth, Chris Carter, and newly inducted Hall of Famer Dan Marino for analysis and all the NFL films highlights. Wednesday, September 14, 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific.
Circle to the left, circle to the right. Don't go straight back. Now we just...
Soto throws what looks like a really hard punch to the body, followed by that uppercut, and Juarez doesn't seem to know where the punches are coming from next.
Seconds out.
First bad pun of the evening. A rocky start for Juarez in the first 3 rounds against Soto. Now round 4 begins. Juarez 39 out of 108 so far, and Soto has thrown 239 punches. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim. 3 rounds to nothing. 30-27, Humbrto Soto. Jim, I gotta tell you something. Humbrto Soto, you know, I always talk about ring generalship. He keeps the guy on the end of his punches. Rocky Juarez has got to get inside to punch, to score, to land, to hurt Soto. And that's the only thing he can do. As long as you see Soto doing what he's doing now, getting off first, keeping the jab in the guy's face, beautiful ring generalship, he's scoring and he's winning.
last minute of round 3, Juarez seemed to understand that he needs to release his hands and throw more punches. Try to make it more of an even fight with Humbrto Soto. But of course, when he does so, he creates more opportunities for Soto to land. And Soto's found plentiful opportunities so far. Straight jab, perfectly thrown, lands on the face of Juarez, little right inside by Soto as well. Crowd begin to wonder if something's wrong with Rocky Juarez, and Juarez lands a big right hand and a solid left hook, and frankly, Soto is walking through those punches.
Juarez isn't doing anything wrong. He's doing everything right. He's just out with a very, very focused and well-prepared fighter tonight. If you notice, every time that Juarez jabs, he pulls his head up. And I'm surprised that Soto hasn't taken advantage of it by trying to land a punch just at the moment that he's jabbing, because he pulls his head up every time that he shoots a jab.
Work it out.
We'll see if trainer Humbrto Valenzuela spots it.
Work it out.
And instructs Soto to counter that.
He's doing pretty good without taking advantage of that.
Exactly. I'm not sure I'd change a thing. He's dominating the fight against a guy who has been a rising star in the sport. Chopping right hand inside by Juarez, then another right hand by Soto, and Soto backs him off again.
Okay.
Every time that Soto gets hit, it seems like it ignites him, and he comes alive with even more punches. He always ends up the last punch of the exchanges.
What I've noticed is that when he gets hit with a good punch, and he keeps coming so that you don't even realize he has been hit by a good punch.
How are you feeling? Don't exchange punches with him. Don't stay in the ropes. He's dead. He's dead. His eyes are closing. Come on, use your jab 2 or 3 times. He's got nothing. He's too small for you. He's got nothing.
Target for him. You understand? Or you listen to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. But when you do that, when you give me that little angle, this guy's stalled, angled, get an extension on your jab. Okay? But snap it. Don't leave it out there. I don't want you to throw 100 punches. You're not going to be effective. Give me 10, but be effective with it. Start thinking. Breathe.
Juarez is going to have to start winning some rounds pretty soon. Otherwise, he'll be in the desperate situation of having to win by a knockout.
I think he's did that in a semi-dangerous situation, losing once before in Soto, but tonight may be a little different. This is a very, very focused man he's fighting tonight.
Well, in one of Juarez's most difficult fights against Zahir Rahim in his hometown of Houston, he wound up in a highly unusual fight because the referee couldn't seem to gain control of the fighters inside and constantly warned Zahir Rahim for holding Juarez behind the head, when in fact many ringside observers felt that Rahim wasn't holding him at all. Juarez himself said, to his credit, hey, the referee made it hard for both of us. I didn't really get a rhythm going in that fight either. But this is a different story. This is a situation where there's solid competition going on, and the other guy, far lesser known, is simply getting the better of the star fighter.
Soto came here to win this fight, not to just survive and try to make a good showing. And that determination is shown in his performance.
Soto continues to pound Juarez with the jabs. Juarez jabbing back 4 times. Soto short with the right hand over the top. Juarez short with his own right hand.
And right away, Soto comes back. He wants to always get the last punch in.
Got in the left hook, landed a right hand, drove Rocky into the ropes.
Don't punch.
They trade left hooks, and Soto's gets there first. Juarez arm punching a right hand, sticking the left, and now comes back with a solid right.
Work it out. Work it out.
Juarez seems to be fighting his best fight at this stage right now. He's looking better, mainly because it seems like Soto has slowed down for a moment. Yep, spoke too soon.
Soto took a little 10-second breather and then came back and traded with Juarez when it counted most.
But I give Juarez credit. When he saw that little slack right there, he came alive and tried to take advantage of it instead of setting back weight.
There's a solid right hand to the body by Juarez. Couldn't follow up with the left hook, and now Soto comes on with a couple of body punches of his own.
It was still with Juarez's best round, whether he won it or not.